minds wide, knowledge flowing, equations on the board, numbers never sleep. Teaching math and physics while them haters count sheep. Actual education, tune in and get schooled. Flipping textbooks, breaking all the rules. From Newton to Einstein, concepts elevate. Keep the stream, it's the key to our fate. Dr. Gold dropping gems, knowledge raining down. Actual education making scholars all around. Perpendicular minds, angles sharp as ice. Maths and physics, yeah, the future's real nice. Got the Pythagorean triangles about to flex. Quantum theories on deck, breaking all the specs. Relativity theories, worlds getting small. Grasp the universal laws, standing tall. From the atom to the cosmos, we rolling deep. Grazing up the stars, no time to sleep. Black holes and supernovas, concepts we unfold. Brain power heavy, yeah, that's Dr. Gold. Dr. Gold dropping gems, knowledge raining down. Actual education making scholars all around. Perpendicular minds, angles sharp as ice. Maths and physics, yeah, the future's real nice.
What's up, everybody?
Well done.
Here we go. Okay, cool. Oh, let me get my chat working. My bad. Wow, I'm super early. Amazed. Usually forget there's an opening theme song. Yeah, there is. For the first 2 minutes, which actually Sensation came up with that song. He created that whole song for me. All right, happy, I guess it is Monday. I think I thought yesterday was Monday. I realized when I was saying to, what was it, Justin, I was like, oh yeah, Monday Night Math. And then I realized, wait, it was Sunday.
Oh, no. Yeah, I was kind of wondering what you meant there by Monday Night Math.
Because he usually does Monday Night Math. I usually raid him
I knew,
after Mondays.
I knew that, but I was like, it's
You're like, Dr. G, dude, it's Sunday.
Oh, I didn't want to question it.
You could have said
So I was
something.
like,
It's
hey,
okay.
I was like, maybe he's talking about a different stream. Maybe he's just showing his appreciation for Monday.
Oh, maybe
Math,
okay.
maybe?
That's a good cover. Maybe I was appreciating the stream he's going to do today, but I was just doing it back then. Sneaky,
Appreciating
nice.
The fact that he does Monday Night Math.
I like that.
Which,
I like
is
that.
great
You're my
for Monday
lawyer.
Night Math stream. You
You're my
just
lawyer,
don't have
breasticles.
to- Yeah, exactly. I'll be a good lawyer until you actually get sued.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, I love him. my whole like, I was very proud of myself today. I took care of a lot of the putting things back together in my life today. I went to the bank, I got checks, I filled out a passport form, I took pictures. There's all this stuff you have to do to get back into being a functioning member of society. And then funny enough, someone did return my license to me, but of course didn't return any of the other stuff. I was like, okay, but at least I have a license now. I don't know.
Yeah, at least you got that back.
Yeah. Yeah. And my Costco card. I don't have to go get a new Costco card.
In fairness, I feel like anytime someone goes to Costco, you got to spend at least $200-300 bucks.
Easy, dude. Yeah, 500.
So for someone who's got to break into bars and steal people's cologne,
yeah,
that's probably not that helpful to them.
It's not their top priority. Yeah.
No.
But yeah, no. So yeah, I've I don't know. I'm getting back from being violated, I guess. So otherwise, yeah, today's been pretty productive. I've been happy about that. But yeah, it is such a fucking wrench. I wish everything was just digital these days, because even when I went to the bank to go get checks, I was like, okay, well, I need checks in order to go to pay whatever the U.S. government to get my passport. First of all, I don't know why they don't take credit. Come on, what's more American and capitalistic than credit cards? But at the time, I didn't have my license back yet, so I thought my license was still stolen. And I was asking them, I'm like, okay, but how do I get checks? And they're like, well, you need some identification. I'm like, but I don't have any identification. It's all been taken from me. Like, what am I supposed to do here? I have all these things on my phone, though. We have all these digital IDs. I have all these digital wallets. I have all these photos. Like, why does none of this count? It's just annoying. Like, why do we need
I don't
physical
think I
things?
even ever got like a physical checkbook when I got a checking account. I
Oh,
think
for
they just
sure.
they just gave me a debit card, and they were like, "Yeah, dude, you're never gonna need that."
Yeah, you never need
It's
checks.
like,
Yeah. My generation, we definitely were given checkbooks when we got checking accounts at the very beginning. But nowadays, yeah, no. Checks are like totally like, it's like, bro, let me just Zelle you or something. What's the U.S. government's Zelle?
Oh, yeah.
Can I just go Zelle the U.S. government or something? Like, come on. Why do I need a check?
I'm saying I want to be able to like just cash app them my taxes.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah. Yeah. So it's, I don't know, just kind of made me realize some systems are still kind of outdated. Banks, for sure, are still pretty outdated with doing things. The U.S. government is incredibly outdated. They're getting better, but I think it's just silly that we have to have physical things, especially these days and age. Like, it was funny when the bank teller wanted to print my checks. She was like, "Do you want me to put your address on there? Like, yes or no?" And I'm like, "Do people not put their address on their checkbooks? Usually, you have an address on a checkbook." And she says, "Oh, well, you know, some people for privacy reasons don't want it." I think if anyone thinks you have any sense of privacy,
Oh, no.
you were Delulu, dude. What? What? I'm like, dude, my address is public knowledge. You can literally Google my name and get my home address. It is very easy to find. Plus, Palantir and Facebook knows everything anyways. So, did my wallet get stolen? Yeah, it was in my car. It was dumb. I got home late one night, and I think I forgot to lock my car. And so I just woke up, and, like, my whole car was torn apart. I was like, man. I didn't have anything valuable. Like, I had, like, a couple bucks in there, maybe. And then apparently my cologne they wanted. But then, yeah, they took all my ID stuff. But then they returned it. So I'm confused. I don't know. It was just a huge headache. The real headache was I just gotten back from Japan. So to, like, keep my passport safe, I'd, like, taken it out of my backpack and put it in my glove box, and that also got taken. They did not return my passport, and that's like a $200 thing I got to replace. And it's a huge headache. Because then I had to go to CVS and get, like, 2-inch by 2-inch photos done, which even then they don't make that easy. Because I can take my own photo and whatever, doctor it, make it look great, and, like, send it. But CVS won't let you print a 2x2. They'll only let you go to them, pay them $20, and have them take the picture, and then they will print you a 2x2. So I had to take a 2x2 and Photoshop it into a 4x6 so that they would print a 4x6. And now I got to go cut that. It is such a headache. I don't know. I'm venting and ranting about just all the bureaucracy of trying to do stuff, and why is it all physical? Just take my blockchain address or something.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember when I got my my LTC done down here. I had to physically, hey, and mind you, they didn't even want like an official picture, like my picture, and it's a totally valid government form of ID. I use it all the time.
What's it called?
So I don't
LTC,
know.
sorry? What is LTC?
License to carry. It used to be
Oh,
a concealed
do you-
carry license.
Oh, you have a CCW. Or is it called LTC
well, that's
in
what it
Texas?
used to be. Now it's called a license to carry because since Texas has become
Texas is open carry, right?
constitutional carry.
Yeah,
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 you can open carry, and if you're
but
over the age of 21, you can conceal carry too without having any sort of licensing.
Dude, God bless Texas.
But in Texas, there's like extensions to what rights like
I
gun
see.
owners have if they have a LTC,
LTC.
like for
Got you.
example. Yeah, like if a place of business were to say, right,
We're
no
gun-free
guns,
zone.
like in Colorado, you can just kind of put up the no gun sign with the circle.
The gun with the
Right.
circle, the X through
And-
it, and they're just like, no guns here. Yeah.
Yeah, and in like when I was in Colorado, even if you had your concealed carry license, you could have all the licensing. That was
Yeah.
still considered like a valid no gun sign. Down
Okay.
here, there's 2 signs. I think there's 3, but
Oh,
usually
but they're
you
making it so
only
confusing
see
now.
30-06 and 30-07. which say 30-06 is
With 30
no concealed carry. I
Wait, which is
believe.
also the same as the caliber of guns, right? 30-06 is a caliber. Right?
Yeah, but that's like
funny.
a hunting rifle, but
Right,
yeah,
but that's
there's,
funny
like,
that they call
specific-
it section 30-05. Really, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
Do you think they did that on
there's-
purpose? They made the penal code the same as like, according to penal code 7.62.
It's
Like,
possible.
okay. Dude,
You
Texas
never really
would be-
know.
I
But
see.
yeah, if they don't explicitly post that, then
Yeah.
if I'm licensed to carry, if that's
Uh-huh.
not explicitly posted, something like that is not a valid legal.
Right, I can't just design this and be like,
yeah,
don't bring your
you
guns
can,
here.
You know, you can put that up, but if you were to call the cops and say, "Hey, this is a anti-gun zone.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to bring guns in here," and they pull up, and you know you have that sign up,
Yeah.
they'll basically look at you and be like, well, he's licensed to carry and that's not a valid legal sign.
Right,
so,
right.
you
It's a
know,
nice
you,
thing.
You can't do that. But on
Yeah.
that ID, it's
Yeah.
literally just me standing in front of a door. It's just a white door. They were basically just like, yeah, you need a white background. But to do that, it was so ironic to me because the ungodly amount of background checks, right? At
Yeah.
18, I had to remember like every address that I had lived at for the past 5 years, right? I had to remember
Yeah.
where I lived at since I was 13, right? And all of that.
Oh, did your headset die again, Breasticles? Come back, headset. We gotta get you a better headset, Breasticles.
Oh no.
Sensation, whoever put that. Sensation! Choosing violence this morning.
Good job.
Is he back, Breasticles? Is your mic back? Your mic died.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
go.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you either, but yeah, you can just it's just a picture of me taken off
Yeah.
of an iPhone behind a wooden door, and then I had
And
to
it's
go
just
to CVS, get it printed out, and then
Yeah.
mail that photo into them.
Yeah, the mailing aspect. I don't know, dude. Like, what? Why? The passport thing, you have to print it out. It's got to be a 2x2. So I got to go cut it after this. I got to go cut the 4x6 into 2x2s. I was doing math here. I was like, wait, how many 2x2s fit on a 4x6? I was like, oh yes, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 6. No, Fembox, you're okay. Again, there are plenty of people that are anti-gun. You're okay being anti-gun. Nothing against that. Anyways, but yeah, for the passport thing, it has to be 2 inches by 2 inches. You have to staple it to like a piece of paper, and then your head has to be minimum an inch from chin to forehead, but a maximum of an inch and 3/8. The requirements are just fucking goofy.
Yeah, that checks out. I don't think I've even renewed.
Do you have a
got
passport?
since
Do you have a passport?
12.
Yeah, you should go get one.
I had one.
You probably got to
I
renew it at
technically
2021 or 22, probably.
No, it's totally expired. I was 12. I don't even. I was maybe 5 foot in that one.
Yeah.
The idea is just completely shows that I was 70 or 80 pounds and 5
Yeah.
foot tall on that photo.
Yeah, my old passport photo is quite interesting. One second, let me pull it up real quick. Passport. I guess I could show this passport since it's expired now, or I reported it stolen. Where do I have my photo? I kind of look like a demon though. It's kind of funny actually. This photo here, I'll pull it up. This is it. And then yes, we'll start. Don't worry, we'll start doing some math and science. This is my passport. This is my old passport photo. I don't know what they did to my face, dude.
Surprise, motherfucker. Oh no.
It's like I look terrible. Gold DDoSing? No, Gold is doxing himself. DDoSing would be me hitting myself with pink stuff. Anyways,
You didn't even really
yeah.
have to DDoS yourself. You just unplug your router.
Yeah, just be like, no.
I did that once by accident. I spent
No.
2 or 3 days bitching out the internet company, yo, it's been 3 days and my internet's not back up, and they're like, it should be up. And then one day I was grabbing something behind the couch, and I looked at it and it had gotten unplugged.
Ha!
You're not that guy.
And that was the reason why?
You're not that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, if you want to see
the best list.
they want to see the Pokemon evolution of Dr. Gold. This was my first passport. It must have been given to me when I was 19. Yeah, here you go. You can see this is super young Dr. Gold. This is Dr. Gold at 19. I look nothing like this anymore. Also, interesting, I noticed on this passport I had glasses, and they very explicitly say you're not allowed to wear glasses in passport photos. So I wonder if that's a new rule that came around. I knew it. He's Jewish. Yeah, everyone thinks I'm Jewish. They do. I'm like, my name's Giovanni Rossi. It's like the most Catholic name there. What? All right, what's up, guys? Okay. Anyways, enough of me bitching about the bureaucracy and stuff. Some important updates. Okay, cool. So a lot of you guys did find the Maddox math contest thing we're doing. Super fun, super cool. I think 8 or 9 of you guys already registered. But anyways, so this is this is looking at the wrong thing. Man, okay, one sec. I'm gonna close that down. Okay, there we go. Sorry. OBS sometimes grabs the wrong window. There you go. Now grab the right one. Okay. But yes, I'll reiterate it because I did announce it yesterday. But we do have the Maddox Actual Education tournament. So it's going to start April 17th. The signups are open right now. Maddox they reached out to me. I had a couple meetings with them. They're really cool, actually. I know some of you guys have tried out the app and find it fun. I wish I could. I'll get an account here to show you guys at some point how it works. But they have all these like mental math duels and like puzzles. It's kind of like Duolingo, but for, I think, memory and like Sudoku and math, and it's very cool. I think it was originally designed in like Bangalore or something, and they're really. Oh wow, what's up, Obi? Thanks for the invite. Thanks for the raid. Sorry. So they are hosting a tournament just for our community, which is super super cool. And they're giving us $150 to give out as prizes. So I get to give out $150 in cash to you guys. But in order to do that, we have to have people participate and like compete. So, thank you. What's up, Ensimplex? So, okay. Sorry, Famish, I beat you. Oh, all good. So the link for that is it's in our Discord. It's under announcements. Maddox Math Tournament. Here is the league link. I'll post it here in Twitch if you want to. It should be okay. So yeah. Here's the key thing. That link should be working, and then the code to join the league is 2354. If it does not work, please in this channel, there's a thread on this post, and Alakeen, this guy here, with the troll face. This is what I didn't trust this at first, honestly. When they reached out to me and they're like, "Yo, we'll give you money to like run a math tournament," I'm like, this must be like bullshit. But then I went and like actually tried out the app, and then I had a couple video calls with them, and I said, "Oh, okay, you guys are legit, fun." But this guy is our point of contact, and so if you can't get it to work, please send him a DM with your username, and I think he'll manually add you to the tournament. Yeah. So, but you got to sign up by the end of Wednesday. So please try to do that sooner than later. And then everybody who enters in to sign up for the tournament is going to get entered into a $25 gift card giveaway. And then there's going to be 6 days of you just using the app to just compete against other people all over the world. That ranks up like your leaderboard and XP. And then after that 6th day, so I think it'll be next Friday, we're going to take the top 10 and put you guys in a room and do like a showdown, like top 10 showdown of, who's the best. And then from that, first place will get $75, second place will get 25, and then anybody who made it into the top 10 will also get entered into a giveaway for another 25. So sounds fun. Should be cool. I tried the app out. I liked it. I do find it's a great way if you're just doom scrolling and one of us is not streaming, you can go learn some stuff and, work out mentally. So that's one of the announcements. The other announcement is, we have another game of the week. So last Friday, you guys voted for chess, and we did a chess tournament. It was super fun. So this Friday, I'm letting you guys vote again. on what game. I put chess back in there because chess seems to be popular. So if you want to vote for the game of the week, chess already has 2 votes. You can vote for Fortnite, Roblox, Fall Guys, Rocket League, Marbles on Stream. DM me if you have another game you think we should play, and I'll add it to the list maybe for next week. But go vote. Voting matters, and I'll decide on Thursday what game we play. And then again, we give out gift card prizes just for participating. Cool. And then some updates to the queue system. So I listened. We love listening to you guys and your feedback. There's a new thing with the queue, which is on actualofficehours.com. So when you go to submit a question, so you can now paste. You can hit Control V, and I want you guys to like test this. If you're someone who does like Command Shift 4 or I don't know, Windows Shift S or something to grab your screenshots, and your screenshot is in your clipboard per se, you should be able to like Control V, like you should be able to just paste directly on this website and it'll put it back in. So you don't have to go like search and like drag or anything. It should just work. More vibe coding, yes. Zach, but this is the beauty of it, right? This was suggested to me yesterday. I implemented it this morning, and I think it's working. If I had to do this manually with like real code, oh my god.
Oh no.
I wouldn't have time for it, dude. I was too busy trying to like get another passport.
Oh no.
Oh shit, not good.
So that works. There's another thing that's been added to the queue system, which is when you go to submit a question. So not only is there a 30-second buffer, so you can't submit 2 questions unless it's 30 seconds apart, you also can't submit more than 2 questions. So if you have 2 questions in the queue already, it won't let you add another one unless one of your questions gets done, or you can ask me to manually delete one. So if you have a question that you don't like and you want to like take it back, just tell me on the stream and I'll manually delete it. Yeah. So you have to admit that vibe coding is not real coding. 100%, dude. What? No.
Oh no.
I've never claimed that vibe coding is real coding. It's not coding at all. No. It is in the same way. Well, no, I don't want to get to that argument. I was going to make arguments about Suno and AI music, but no. Why vibe code? I was expecting Dr. Tinker to say that. To vibe for the code. It's time famished at the end of the day. I don't have time to go look up how to implement some of these things. And so I'd rather just have an agent do it for me. I understand how to code. I had to code for my PhD. I wrote thousands of lines of code. But, you know, work smarter, not harder. It's very powerful to be able to implement changes that people want within like minutes. It's so cool. Yeah. So Fembox, it does it by IP address and browser session. So yes, could you bypass it? Sure. If you do like different devices and like clear your cookies and everything and do a VPN, 100% you could submit more questions. But it's about like just creating more and more hoops for you to go through.
Zach, please do it. Get the 50 PDEs in. Sounds fun.
Oh no.
Yes, you could do it. My brain likes knowing what I'm... Yeah. No, it's cool. And believe me, I've had my days coding. It's just I run so many other things in my life that I'm happy to delegate. This is something I have to get better as a person myself, and like this has been a good exercise, is that yes, you may be good at all these things, and yes, it may be fun to do, but there's only so much of you. So you need to leverage yourself doing the things that uniquely you are the best at. So I'm not the best at coding. Can I code? Yes. Do I like to code? Yes. But I'm not the best at it, and so that time spent coding would be much better spent, let's say, creating another TikTok tutorial on, I don't know, like the intermediate value theorem or something. Like that's something that an agent, like an AI agent, doesn't do very well. So I'd rather have the agent code me some like queue system nonsense while I go do something else. Yeah. You're not the best at streaming or tutoring ever. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yes, but it's what do they call this? This is a this is like game theory, right? It's like a cost benefit analysis. The time spent coding takes away from the benefit of me tutoring. Cost efficiency. There we go. Yeah, something like that. There is always something. Okay. Equity, would you do this question? No, you can't just put. Did you just put the text? Okay, whatever. All right. All right. Enough yapping for me. I know we've been doing it for probably last 30 minutes. Yeah. So not the best at. You are better at. Yeah. Leverage your time to do the things you are uniquely better at, and then delegate the other things to other people. In this case, AI agents. Yeah. Okay. All right. That being said, we got 3 questions in the queue. Let's go help you guys out. And here we go. All right. Welcome, everyone, to Actual Education Office Hours. My name is Dr. Gold. It's a stream that helps you out with math, homework, science, homework. All sorts of fun things. PDs. I'm not the best at anything, but I am second best at annoying Dr. Gold with math questions. They're not annoying.
I think I'd take the first.
Yeah, I think breasticle. I mean, if we would rephrase annoying with like stumping I would give to breasticles for sure. Yeah, and Jeff, I would give you second. You can have second. All right, and then let me go live on YouTube. YouTube requires me to do this thing. This is another thing I vibe coded. I have, instead of me manually every day going in and scheduling a YouTube live stream, I have an agent on a server that checks my calendar. If it sees there's a live stream, it schedules one for me. Again, something I don't need to do. I don't, you know, passport photos. I don't know what we're doing over here. Yes, I yield first place to you, breasticles. All right, and then let's get the chat going. Cool. Jeff is the best at coming up with problems since whose answer is 67. No, I think Machka did that to me earlier. I think Machka's the last one to do the 67 integral. Dr. Gold, do you teach English? Not really. Huh? I speak English, I think. Sensation's best at teaching English. Let's go to Sensation. All right, let's go to the queue. See whose questions we got. And let's go pick a winner.
Let's go gambling!
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Wow, Lucky Cat living up to the name. Lucky Cat had a 32% chance. Does he gamble? We are gambling right now, dude. Ooh, very cool. Wow, this is a interesting graph. Oh man. Okay, I gotta remember how this works. Solve the following inequalities, show all steps, including an interval table, and check with technology. Love technology.
Good job.
Check with technology all day, dude. Okay, I think we have to figure out like critical points, right? And then we gotta like test everything in between and stuff. Yeah, I believe that's how we do this. So, critical points occur whenever you divide by 0, because that's bad. You can combine the fractions. Oh, you mean I could move this over? Okay, one sec. Jeff does have a good point here. Jeff is not, he's not annoying me or leading me astray this time. Yeah, so this is a good idea. So the key thing you got to get really careful with inequalities is anytime you multiply both sides by -1, you technically have to switch the sign of the inequality. And so you got to get careful anytime you're multiplying, especially when you have variables, because then it's like, okay, if I multiply both sides by x minus 3, for instance, to get rid of this,
Disqualified.
the question is, well, was the x minus 3 positive or was the x minus 3 negative? And it's like, well, that depends on what x was. If x was less than 3, then technically doing that, I need to also switch this. So this is addition, you're totally safe. You can move addition around all day. Aiden says, do you guys do mechanics of materials? Maybe. You can try submitting it, and I'll take a look at it if it's something I can do. Generally, the more specific engineering things I don't have as much experience with. But I like oh, Bing Bong's here.
Bing, bing, bong.
What's up, Bing Bong? Okay. This is useful, though. You can always add and subtract inequalities without worrying about messing this up. So the next thing we're going to do, Jeff is right here. Let's combine these. Yeah. So I'm going to combine these by multiplying each one by the denominator of the other one on the top and bottom. And this is legal, again, because I'm not multiplying both sides by something. I'm multiplying each individual fraction by basically what 1 is. Right? Something over itself is basically 1. So I can multiply this by x minus 3. Let's multiply this by x minus 3. And then I can combine this. So let's combine x minus 5 and x plus 2. That's going to be x squared minus 3x minus 10. Okay, that's from this part. And then we're going to do minus, this is going to be 3x squared. Let me think. 3x squared. Let's see, we're going to have plus x and minus 9x. So it's going to be minus 8x. And then plus 3 minus 3 is minus 3. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So look, Aiden, Femvox in my chat knows about mechanics and materials. So if you want to submit it, maybe they can provide some feedback on it for a while. Taylor polynomials are stupid and dumb. Oh, man. I don't think Taylor polynomials are that bad. You mean, sorry, Taylor series? What are Taylor polynomials? Okay, and then this is all over x minus 5, x minus 3. So then let's combine some stuff here, right? I got x squared minus 3x squared, so that's going to be negative 2x squared. Then I have minus 3x minus 8x. Ooh, I got to get tricky here because there's a minus sign here as well. So this is actually minus 3 plus 8. So that's going to be plus 5. Is this one of those conjugate problems? I don't think so. No. All this is doing is just combining fractions. Okay, and then you have minus 10 minus minus 3. So that's going to be minus 7. I think we're good. Cool. All right, good. And then that's all over. X minus 5, x minus 3. The reason why we do this is it's a lot easier to check when we're doing when we start doing our interval stuff. It's a lot easier to just check, is it positive or is it negative? That really helps. Do we think this factors to anything? I'm trying to think. 14 factors of 14 that go to 5.
It does actually. Slide and divide again.
Okay, do you want to see if I remember slide and divide?
Yeah, let's see if you remember.
Let's see if I remember slide and divide is so funny. Okay. I'm first going to pull the negative out just to make things nice. I think I do want to do that, right? At least?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Okay. Slide and divide. All right, let me remember. I take this and this, I multiply. That's 14. Mm-hmm. And then I need it to become negative 5. And the way I do that... Well, actually, this is actually kind of fucked. Wait.
No, it works. Works pretty well.
Wait, but what multiplies to 14 but adds up to negative 5?
You'll get x minus 7 and...
Well, no, see?
X minus 2, I believe.
But minus 7 minus 2 would be minus 9. I think the minus sign fucks us. It's close. I think the issue is I don't think you can have things you can't have things multiply to positive 14 but add up to negative 5.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about it.
That's fucked.
Oh no.
It was gonna be fun if it was, well, let's make sure I didn't like screw up real quick. X cubed minus 3x, right? And then this is definitely minus. Yeah, so it's definitely negative 2x squared. And then this was minus 5 plus 2 is minus 3x. And then this was positive 9x. Oh, I fucked up, I think. I did fuck up, actually. Wait. This is positive 9x. Wait. No. It's negative 9x. Negative 9x plus x is negative 8x. Yeah. And then... Negative 3 plus 8 is 5. Negative 10 plus 3 is negative 7. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just doesn't factor.
It doesn't work. It's so close, though. I agree. I wanted to use the slide and divide. Yeah, Obi, wouldn't it have been nice if it was like, if this was negative, everything would be great. Because then we would just say this is 2 and negative 7. But it's not. Okay, so we just have to kind of look at it manually, which is okay. All right. So let's solve this for where this is equal to 0, right? Because that'll tell me like where to check for my critical points. So negative 2x squared plus 5x minus 7 is equal to 0. Exactly. These are the turning points, correct? I'm going to use the quadratic formula. So x equals negative 5 plus or minus the square root of 25 minus... This might be imaginary.
It is.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no. Minus 64. Or minus 50, sorry, 56. Right, 14 times 4. Okay, so this is bad. What happens when the turning points are imaginary? I guess there aren't turning points, right? Because we're doing everything real?
Well, the top is going to be negative across the entire bounds.
Yeah.
So it just depends on whether the bottom is positive or negative.
Perfect.
I imagine if my brain is working properly that at each one of those asymptotes, right, at 5
Yeah, that's where we got to
3,
check it. Yeah.
Then everything in between will just either be positive or negative.
Yep. All right, very cool. Yeah, so the top is always negative. All right. So then what we consider is what happens to the bottom. When does that change from positive to negative? And that's already factored for us, right? So we're just going to say, oh, okay, check between x equals 5 and x equals 3 as critical points or turning points. Cool. So we can make a little number line. Put some points. So whatever. Yeah, let's do 3, 5, and then I'll check 4. I'll check 2, and then I'll check. I agree. This is not the best. I'll check 6 as well. Okay. So at 2, you're gonna get 2 minus 5, which will be negative, and 2 minus 3, which is negative. So negative times a negative is a positive. But then it's negative over positive, so that's negative. This is negative, which means it's not greater than 0. So this is like, nope. Or like big red X.
No.
Here, just put. And then it can't include this point either. So we're gonna be like, not here. Okay, so then let's check 4. If you plug 4 into here, you get negative times a positive, which is a negative, and negative over a negative is a positive. So this does work. So this is positive. So this area is great, all groovy. And then I'm going to assume 6 is not, because, let's see, 6 minus 5 is positive, 6 minus 3 is positive, positive is positive, negative or positive is negative. So then this does not work.
Huh?
Oh no. So, yeah, your only place is going to be between 3 and 5. Okay, cool. So I think we got it. So we're going to say x is greater than 3 or less than 5. Cool. You got a 96 on your forces unit test. Good job, 4C. Great job. Great job on your forces test. And then if they wanted to check with technology, here, I'm going to get lazy here. I'm going to tell chat, we don't need thinking. I'm just going to give the instant, be like, here, convert this into something I could copy paste for Desmos. I just don't want to type it. They do mean Desmos. Technology is Desmos. I just don't want to type this. Nice. Cool. Let's do it. Cool. Yeah. So between 3 and 5, if I wanted to graph these two, like explicitly. You do like y equals this first expression, right? And then we were trying to show like where it was greater than this. Cool. Oh, nice. You got an even better one? So what Bresco's got? Oh, I see. Oh, you just graphed it together and said, oh, where is that greater than 0?
I just threw the entire function in.
Okay, that works too. Wow, you gotta really like zoom out a little bit. Yeah, so that works. Or also, if you want to get fancy, you could show like your teacher the original thing here, and you would see that the green graph is above the blue graph. Wait, no, the blue graph has to be above the green graph. Between 3 and 5. Does that make sense? Actually, sorry. Wait, what? This looks backwards to me. The green graph grows all around. Yes. The green one is the second expression. So I wanted to know where the blue one... Oh, where's the blue one greater than the green one? Oh, I see. Yes, and it is from here, right? So if we look at, for instance, at 3... Yeah, the green graph is here, but the blue one is there. Oh, the green graph grows all around, and the green graph goes all around. Okay, yeah. And then... oh, I see. But then over here at like 4 and stuff... The blue graph is positive, but the green graph is negative. And that's why the blue graph is above the green. Okay, cool. So there, yeah. If you wanted to like show this to your teacher, you could like send this in as well. But yeah, main key takeaways here. Be careful multiplying. So try to do addition and subtraction only. Combine fractions. Try to see if the top is 0. Because now you're dealing with 0, and then also treat dividing by 0 as critical points, and then create a number line, test points in between, and your money. Cool. Great.
That's dope.
Good question, Lucky.
Well done.
You have a question about blue and green? Yeah, what about blue and green? Oh, you know what I could do? Let me put like what the graphs are. Sorry, let me get this for you. Yeah, so blue in this case represents the left part of the inequality, and then green represents the right. And the inequality was asking Pineapple, where is the blue, like where's the left side greater than the green, the right side? And so what we show here is that the blue is greater than the green between 3 and 5. So very close to 3. Blue is now like asymptotically almost positive infinity, and green is negative. So that's why blue is greater than green. And then as you get closer to 5, well, that's when eventually blue is decreasing, but green starts coming down asymptotically from positive infinity. And so now green is bigger than blue over here, and green is also bigger than blue over here. That's hopefully a way you can like see it. You got it? Cool. Nice. Okay, good job, Pineapple. Cool question. All right, let's add that to our Discord. Done. And there is your question. You're very welcome, Pineapple.
My man.
Appreciate it. All right, let's see. 10 bond coins, cool. I think I've gotten you a prize before, though, right? My name, GF. Oh, I need to get that one on my soundboard. Oh, all right, let me put that in my notes. You guys give me suggestions during the stream, and then I do them. So I'm gonna put get the my name is Jeff. All right, let's see who's the next winner of our questions. Let's go.
Go gambling.
My name is Jeff.
I'm shadow banned again.
You're shadow banned again, Breasticles.
Yeah.
You submitted it at the right time, by the way. You submitted 10 seconds after the allowed time, which is you should not be getting shadow banned. That is a legal vote.
That's what I'd said.
You know what this will be fun
Maybe
though?
I am shadow banned.
This will be fun, Breasticles, because yeah, you've hit the 45-minute mark, so your votes should go up twice as fast as everyone else now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then if you're really shadow banned and it takes more than 90 minutes, then they go up like 4 times as fast. Remember
We'll see.
Remember capitalism isn't evil just because you suck at life. Oh man. I do think capitalism unfortunately allows for like some kind of scummy behavior. I mean, all systems do eventually, but
Yeah, I didn't see the chat log when you said that, but I just assumed it was sensation.
It has to be sensation, right?
Yeah. I was like, that's a sensation thing.
I have to read. Some of the students get kind of confused by sensation. They're like, "Is he really gonna like come to my house and find me?"
Oh no.
I'm like, no. Don't worry. He just does that to people who scam grandmas out of money. Yeah. Okay, find the shortest path from -1,0 to 1,0, where the cost of a move is equal to. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the cost goes down as R goes up. Okay, so the further you are, I guess, away from the origin, the cheaper it is. That's kind of cool. DS is an infinitesimal arc length. Where that is that equal that? Okay, is this just an optimization question? But we're I think we got to parameterize.
I want to make one comment real quick. Your A is at -1,0, but then just to the right of it, you have another -1.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is an oopsies. That is definitely an oopsies here. What is this doing here? Frickin' AI wrote the problem. Wait, did AI generate this graph by the way too? That's pretty impressive actually.
Seems like it.
Except for like I don't know what the hell's going on here. Really? AI created this? This is cool. Wait, what? Is this your AI? Oh, is this the fourth version of you generating this question? Oh, this is Gemini. It's close. It's getting close, man. Okay. Okay, so cost, right, is equal to integral of, and then ds over square root of x. Okay, well, r is equal to, we'll say, okay, ds over r squared, but r is equal to the square root of x squared plus y squared. But I don't think I want to put this in terms of x and y. I think I want to parameterize, because eventually what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to minimize c. I think we do want to paint polar. Right? Yeah, you want to minimize C. And the one thing you learn in calculus for how to do like optimizations and like minimizing stuff is you want to figure out where does DC. Well, what are we varying, by the way? Find the shortest path. Oh. This is technically a calculus of variation. Yeah, so what am I varying, by the way? Sorry. Let me go shout out Zach by the way too. Yes. Okay, I see. There's an infinite number of ways. There are. Okay. So how do because usually what I would do is I would take the derivative of c with respect to like something I vary, and then I want to figure out where that derivative is equal to 0. And that tells me whether I have a maximum or a minimum thing. But what's the bottom of my D thing? It's like DC D what? I'm not changing like the. You're right. There's an infinite. Your job is to find the one with the smallest cost. Okay. Well.
Take this with a grain of salt because I have done absolutely no math yet.
Okay.
But I almost want to say
it's a circle.
It's just going right to left. Well, because I'm thinking like this reminds me a lot of the inverse square law, like when in electromagnetics, right? If you were to bring a point charge from your zero potential all the way out at infinity to any point of radius r, no matter how you bring that over, it's the same amount of work done.
Correct.
And it seems very reminiscent of that. But like I said, I've done absolutely no math.
Well, okay, so in general, right, work is equal to the integral of like force times distance, and you're right, the force is an inverse square law, right? That's 1 over r squared. And then this would be, I guess, like, ds, right? And this is also equal to the cost. More of like a gravitational assist. Yeah, but you could think it this way. And then so according and so in this case the force is the same thing as the the gradient of the potential. So our potential in this case is 1 over r. So you could say like potential function goes as 1 over r. Yeah, the issue is that infinity at the origin. Yeah, that is discontinuous. So, Yeah, but in physics, we're cool with that. We still say that. So if the potential is this, then the cost to bring something from here to here, I think it's just gonna be 1 over r. Because I mean, let's think about it, right? The amount of energy it would take if the cost was 1 over r, it might work. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. What's up, Uwu? I've done no math yet, yeah. A circle is the best. Maybe... I like Bresticle's argument about the physics of things. Because, yeah, we don't care how you bring it in. It's always the same. Oh, River? What's up, River? How do you prove it's a circle? You can find a cost function as ln of r. Then optimize. Wouldn't it be 1 over r? Just a hallucination.
My man.
Okay. Because in my mind, if you going from here to here, right? There's the trade-off of you want to keep R like decently far away, because your cost goes down as a function of 1 over r squared. But you also don't want to have a much, like the shortest ds would be just going from here to here. Yes, but unfortunately the cost would blow up to infinity as you got close to the origin. So you have to maintain a nice distance from the origin in order to not blow up in terms of cost. However, if for instance you had to move this way and then come around, you would save cost on this, because you're 1 over r squared going out further, but then you also had to do this still. So maybe we can write something like this. There might be something like a Noether type theorem thing that also just says, you know, what's the most efficient way. Okay. I think I kind of see how this works. Integral ds 1 over r squared. And then if so ds, okay. So ds, or let's just say like s, the origin, yeah, okay, sorry. S is going to be equal to like 2 pi r, right? So if we did this in polar coordinates, ds would become integral of r d theta, where this is going to go from 0 to no, sorry, from pi to 0, right? I think r d theta is now my new ds, and then this is r squared. So then you have the integral from pi to 0 of d theta over r. This is the amount of cost to go in a circular path from a location r. And then I think, yeah, the key thing here is that if we increase r by like some amount, let's say alpha, then is that keeping, yes. This is assuming, I want to prove that, for instance, that starting here and going in a circular path is better than, let's say, moving in, going in a circular path, or moving out and then going in a circular path. I want to prove that, like, starting a circular path exactly from where you are is the most optimal.
Plugged it in the chat. Chat says there's not a finite minimizing path.
Oh, ChatGPT says there isn't.
Explanation. Yeah, and this is I trust this one because it's trained off of solving PDEs and ODEs and that type of stuff and calculus variations.
Okay, so it has the same thing. ds over r squared. Define the inversion uv. Okay, we're x over x squared. Oh wow. Then compute the metric change. So the cost becomes this, which is just the ordinary Euclidean length of the transform curve in the UV plane. What happens to the endpoints? Okay, they stay the same. The shortest Euclidean length is plainly 2, attained only by the straight segment on the u-axis. Okay. Okay. Hence, there is no finite minimizing path, and the best possible value is only the infimum, which is 2. So is that saying like they get really, really close to the origin, but then they just like bounce off of it real quick? Like just like kind of they just skirt around it?
Yeah, I mean it kind of like intuitively makes sense because the only way that I can think to minimize that would be to go out to negative infinity, move
Go all the way
over
around.
to B, and then go back up, but you're still doing an infinite amount of moves to get back up.
Yeah, right. If you go out to infinity, your cost is 0, right? So technically it costs nothing to do this, or does it? Because then you are still doing infinite distance. Your cost is very small, but your distance is very large.
Yeah, but I guess at that point your cost would go to 0.
Correct,
At
but
infinity.
your distance would go to infinity. No, that's the issue. Because it's the integral of the distance over r squared. I like the idea of like if you went from here to here, but then right as you get close to here, you're just like, I'm just gonna boop, just boop around it. Then you're okay. But then it's like as you get infinitely close, you get infinitely expensive to do that. Gemini said the unit circle's the shortest. I kind of agree. I think. It just makes sense to me. Circles are nice. Can someone try another AI? Well, let's see what the cost would be, right? This would just be is this oh no, this is just pi over r, right? Yeah. So wait, is the answer just pi then, Jeff? Because then r is equal to 1. Yeah, I think the answer is just pi. Pi seems correct for the unit circle. Yeah, correct. Yeah, so it's equal to pi over r. But yeah, and here's the question: is that if you go, let's say you go like out a further amount alpha. So let's say this is like, how's the Q? How is the Q? Sorry, I didn't even check the Q.
There are
5.
another 4 questions in here.
Another 4, yeah. Okay. But here, let's suppose you shift by alpha, like left or right before you do it. Then your cost would be pi over r plus alpha, right? I'm going to assume alpha being positive means you're further away. Or do I want to do that? Let me think. This would be the circular cost. And then you'd have to do also plus 2 times the integral of
Nice.
ds, which ds in this case would be alpha. Oh, this would just be alpha. No. I gotta be careful about this. Sorry.
Nice.
This is from r to alpha. Or I'm gonna say -1 to alpha. Thanks for the follows, Qual. This is from -1 to -1 to -1 plus alpha. And then it would be ds, which in this case I'm going to just say is dx over I'm going to say -1 minus alpha. Sorry. Or, -1 plus alpha. No, alpha is just like if you were to extend out, if you were to go out a little bit further and then rotate around. And then this would be r plus alpha squared. You came at an unusual time. Yeah, it's kind of a weird one. And so
I don't think there is a minimizing path. So I just threw it into another model that is like trained on calculus of variations, and it's going through the same thing, that there's not a shortest.
Is it because we're having alpha talk? What? Alpha talk? What? Oh, man. Maybe say least cost instead of shortest. Instead, yeah, the interesting is, yeah, so it's not about shortest path, though, Breasticles, because the path has a cost dependence on radius. Right? And it's not linear with radius.
That's all right.
Right. Oh, and then this would be... Oh, I see. 1 plus... Sorry, this would be...
It also says there's not a minimizing path for cost.
Yeah.
As well.
Sorry, this would be dr, and then it would be r plus alpha. That's what I meant to say. Sorry. It's r plus alpha. Then alpha is going from... That's what I want to say. Alpha is going from 0 to 1. There we go. That's what I wanted to say. Sorry. My bad. I got it. Can you see the question one more? Yeah. This is a question. If you ever want to see like where the question, if you want to see it like full, so the website, yeah, there you go, actualofficehours.com. If you go click on the queue, right here, live queue, and then you click on the name that's starred, that'll give you the screenshot that we're going through. Okay. I think I got this. Yes. And then this integral is just is negative, right? So then this is, but wait, I want that cost to go, no. Yeah, the cost should go up though. Because this is to the -2. I raise it to the -1. Okay. Equal to -2. 1 over r plus alpha. But then this is evaluated from 0 to 1. So that's equal to -2. 1 over 1 plus alpha. Minus 1 over alpha. Cost is always positive, yeah. Well, sorry, for this difference though, right? This for me, this is the moving outwards, right? My alpha looks like a CX. Yeah, my bad. That is really bad. Sorry. There you go. Is that better? I actually don't know how I write my alpha. You are right. I am consistent and my alpha looks like a CX. Okay.
Yeah, it took me a little bit to realize that.
Yeah, my
First
bad.
saw you write alpha. I was
You're like,
"Are you
you're
writing
shifting
X?"
CX. What is this CX thing you're shifting? Okay, there we go. All right. And then what is this simplified in? I don't know. Multiply by alpha. Alpha minus 1 minus alpha over alpha 1 plus alpha. Dun, dun. Cancels. Okay. So that's going to equal plus 2 over alpha 1 plus alpha. I am trying to draw it like a fish. I am, but I have to lift my pen. Okay. All right. Okay. So then the question is, all right, this is the cost if you move out by an amount alpha. It would be pi over 1 plus alpha plus 2 over alpha 1 plus alpha. And then I think this is always greater than just pi. I guess we'd maybe like need to see like take a derivative or something. Let me pause on Desmos actually, I'm curious. Desmos. Say pi over 1 plus x minus or plus 2 over x 1 plus x. Right? And then I want to compare that to pi. Interesting.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it got to at the end of this other one on GPT. Let me send it here.
Right? So the least alpha would be -1, and that's why this asymptotically blows up, right? See how this cost blows up to infinity if you go to -1, because then your cost is very close to the origin. And then the cost would go down, I guess, past whatever this value is. No. The further to the left... Okay, so let's see how I wrote this, right? I said that your circular cost, let's say you shift alpha to the left. Or from wherever your origin is, wherever you're starting, go outwards a little bit. I'm defining that as positive alpha, okay? So your circular cost now becomes pi over a bigger radius, or pi over 1 plus alpha. Oh, I see, actually. Wait a minute. This should have changed then, maybe? Let me think. No, because it's strictly dependent just on the radius. It's always just pi over r. But your new radius is now 1 plus alpha, right? So on your circular path, your cost is less now. But then you also have to account for what was the cost to go out, and then also to like come back in. So that's why I did 2 times. I don't know why I said 0 to 1 here. Why did I say 0 to 1? Wait, 0 what? 0 to 1. Oh, this should be like from 0 to x. No. Oh, Jeff, you're getting me confused. Okay. I might have to move to another question just because, like, my brain's hurting right now, and I can't do this. This is so wrong.
Oh, my.
And I feel dumb. Yes, you're doing your job well. Okay. Braskel says, let's see.
Yeah, and I still kind of question the way Gemini came up with it, because you got to think, right, if we go towards infinity, we are working against, right? We're increasing, right? But as we were to go, say if we were just go from a straight line, it's going to cost more as we get closer to r equaling 0. But as we're moving away from r equals 0, from 0 all the way over to 1, 0, our cost, we should not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it should become negative at that point because we're working against our field, in essence, right? If you were to think of it like, you know, a magnetic field, if we were to have, you know, a source at the origin,
yeah.
If we were to an electric field, not a magnetic field. Say we had
there should be like negative work being done.
Origin.
There should be negative work being done.
As we move towards the origin, it should start increasing in cost, and as we move away from the origin, it should start decreasing in cost. But it seems like the way the questions pose, that it would still increase in cost to move away from the origin, which it should not cost more. to move away from the origin.
Because of you having to go around circularly, right? Because like now there's a larger distance you have to traverse. Is that kind of what we're getting at?
Well, my idea is like, right, if we were to just say we have an electric field, right, and we have a source at the origin. Imagine you were to take a point charge and try to move it from -1 to 0. Or -1, 0, right? We move it to 0.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but the work that we're doing to get it there should
is the
in
opposite
essence
of
be
the work.
counteracted by the work that we're doing to move it
Correct.
to the other side.
I get you. Yeah.
Right.
And
so
that and that's why these are equipotentials.
Mm-hmm. And we should be right in a way counteracting it, but it seems like the way the question is proposed is that it's suggesting that if we were to move from -1 to 1, we would be increasing in cost, and then it would be double that cost to move from 0 to 1, even though we're at the point we're working against the field.
I see.
What makes me skeptical of that.
AI designed a nightmare question for us.
Oh no.
Okay. Cool, Jeff. I'll let more debate happening. Yes, it's more like gravity than magnetism. Yeah, I get it. It's cool though. What's up, Mathematic Fanatic? Okay.
Even then, though, with gravity, say 0, 0 was the center of the Earth. As you move your radius out from Earth, you're still counteracting that gravitational field.
Yeah. Okay, Jeff. You're doing your job today, Jeff, very well. You're doing your job of confusing me. My name's Jeff. Hey, what's up, Fanatic? Hope your day's gold. It's been getting better. Yeah, no, I've been having a better day for sure. Okay, let's see. Let's go vote for the next question that we're gonna do today. Now go help some real people. No, I appreciate it. It was fun. Okay. Let's see if Breasticles is still shadow banned. Yeah, but Sensation, to be honest, my alpha looked like garbage. Oh no, Breasticle's still shadow banned. Is this Jeff? Jeff, you gotta stop with this, dude.
This one doesn't look as bad. This looks pretty similar to a cat and curve. But
let's go gambling.
Test. There we go.
There you go, Sensation. You made it.
I wasn't here, so I can only comment on what I've not.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. My alpha was looking like trash. My apologies to everyone who had to deal with that.
The point is, I was just giving generic advice because
Yeah.
I wasn't here to see the specifics.
You're good. E to the minus x plus e to the positive x is the catenary formula. Okay.
2 times it. It should be e to the negative x plus e to the x divided by 2.
How does that help me do this?
So
Sorry, what?
That would be, so what is in the parentheses there, the e to the negative x is 2 times the hyperbolic cosine of x.
But then I still have to find another path, right?
Yeah, but the nice part about having it, generally catenary curves do a pretty good job at minimizing the cost. Right. Same way, like if you see like a rope hanging,
like the rope hanging from the light poles, it minimizes the cost of the
it minimizes
or something.
The gravitational potential energy.
How the fuck do you do this? Is a good question. Okay. If you want to Google Gutermanian and Mercator, you guys are saying words I've never fucking heard of. Dude, what? You what?
There are 200,000 words in the English language. If you're making them up, fucking sort your head out. Just read the fucking dictionary.
Well, these are people, I guess, so formal names.
People in inverted commas.
Yes.
It's the Jews, anyway.
No, it's always them. All right. C is equal to the integral, contour integral, and then that's going to be 2 cosh of x.
I should stop picking on the Jews. People will think I'm being serious.
No, yeah, you can't be, dude. Especially today, dude. Look, TikTok will come after you, dude. Minimize an integral across all possible paths. Yeah. I don't know. Jeff, you give me like 2 hard ones. I don't know how to fucking do this. How do you do this? Remember that ds squared, yes, cool, is equal to dx squared plus dy squared. Okay, I agree with that.
You could actually just use Green's theorem here.
Green's theorem?
Yeah, so your contour integral of p dx plus q dy can be broken into the double integral on d of your partial derivative of q over x minus your partial derivative of p over y.
Mm-hmm.
And all that's in parentheses dx dy.
Wow, Rex, thanks for the prime sub. Okay. Oh, I see. And then I don't need to deal with a contour anymore, because this is the same across all contours. Yes. Okay, I get that. Yes. Very cool. Okay, I remember this. I do remember this. Yeah, we've done this. Okay. And then yeah, okay, cool. And then x is going from -3 to 4, and then y goes from 2 to -5. And then this is p. Yes, there we go. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Holy moly, dude! Why did they stretch it so weirdly though? Oh, sorry. Yeah, very cool, Hellboy. Yeah. Extend it out a little bit so it looks a little bit better. Proof of Green's theorem. Green's theorem is very cool. You learned this in I think I want to say Calc 3.
Yeah, it's like the end of Calc 3.
Right. And then this is the cool thing, right? Because this doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter what the path is. It's always equal to like just the area of the 2D domain. I think. Let me see. Wait, is this really a closed contour? Well, can I just divide it by 2 then? It's just a path.
Oh shit, not good.
Well, yeah, why can't I just... I don't know. Rascals, do you have any input to... I guess this isn't a closed contour, is it?
Give me one. I don't remember if it requires a closed one, but give me a sec. It's been a little while since I've done anything with Green's theorem. And when I say did anything, I mean I showed up to a midterm super hungover because it was on my birthday. So I got super wasted the night before, and
that's the worst.
So I had to learn it. I literally had to learn it in the middle of this exam. I had generally known what Green's theorem did.
Sure.
And I had to learn it in exam.
That's so fun. Also, wait, we're gonna take the derivative of cosh of x dy. We're gonna do
it's just sinh of x. That's what's nice about
times dx dy though, no? Right, wait, because sorry, don't we take the derivative of this with respect to the other variable? But this doesn't have.
Yes, we do.
This doesn't have y in it.
Oh no.
Okay, all right. Here, just in the interest of time, Jeff, I'm gonna pass on this one too, just because I don't know. It's fun. I'm glad Gemini's giving you cool problems, but they're impossible. I just don't want to do them. Yeah, I just don't want to do them. Okay, let's go see. All right. Da-da.
Let's go gambling!
Wow, Brascals, you're so shadow banned, bro, dude.
Yeah, I am.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Maybe this is something I can do. It's been a rough day for doing questions today, except for the first one.
My man.
Pineapple, I felt really good doing this question. I felt really good doing your question. I felt nothing but despair doing these two. The answer to should be a geodesic projected in Mercator since the cost is equivalent. Okay. Yeah, maybe pick some stuff, Jeff, that I've heard of. I have no fucking clue what Mercator is. What is Mercator? Okay. But also, what is the question here, Equity? You gave me a table. It's the map projection everyone uses? Oh, is that the globalists? The Greenland is huge map. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I'm starting to realize it a little bit more. Sorry, was your name in the question? An experiment was run to see how a chemical blank. The globalists. Yeah, but the name, you can't dump a whole question in the name because that gets truncated. Equity. You see, yeah. You guys are interesting. Maybe I should put a text field. It's just like another thing I have to add. It's just so nice. It's just like have a screenshot. There wasn't any like text in the screenshot that you could just screenshot. Or Equity, if you want to type it out, type out the text for this question. Okay. Calculate the chi-square value. Okay, fine. This appears to be a regression. Okay. So you want to see whether percentage of chemical is something that determines whatever this value is, or if the field is something that determines this value. Okay. Do you have to run it by hand? So in general, like how a chi-square test works is you have two different categories of treatments, is what we would say. Okay, you do have to calculate it by hand? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so this could be a catalyst. What was it saying? What was it saying? Like, yeah, okay. So this could be like, for instance, how much, let's say just like, how much, oh man, what do I want to say here? Let's just say like how much pollution. Yeah, let's just do this. How much pollution given a percentage of like some chemical you add to it? Bump so I can read. Oh, is the text? Oh, for the chat? Is the chat too far down for you? Oh, it is. All right, let me move it up here. There you go.
Every time that name comes up.
What name? Mathematic
Pineapple. Just good morning pineapple.
Good morning pineapple. Oh yeah, mathematic. Yeah, just let me know, Fanatic. I'll move it if it's not looking all right. Okay. Let's say you have some amount of toxic thing, and you want to do a couple different treatments, a couple different things to it, and you want to know what's causing it to either get better or worse. So let's say this value is the amount of pollution is there. So one thing to do would be to change the amount of concentration of something you're adding to it, and this is called like one of the like treatments. And within this you have 5 different treatment groups. I have a treatment group where I added 0% of chemical X, 5% of chemical X, 10%, 15%, 20%. Now in addition to adding chemical X, let's say I can also subject this stuff to different magnetic fields. And so this is where field is another like treatment. And this has 2 treatment groups. You can either treat it with field 1 or you can treat it with field 2. A chi-square test will enable you to see whether the percentage of chemical treatment or the field treatment is the most important for determining how much pollution there is, like which one moves the needle more. So it's really cool for real world situations where you can't isolate all the variables at once, and so you have to vary at least 2. Cool. Chemical X rates, yeah, sure, affects the rate of cell division in plants, yeah. Another thing could be, let's say for instance, for a test, you have like the amount of time studied, and you also have how many hours of sleep did they get, right? Those are 2 things. You know, you can't force every kid to get the same amount of sleep and also get the same amount of time studying. So you measure those 2 things, and then you, at the different bins, the different intersections, you see how they did on the test. A chi-square test will tell you whether the amount of sleep you got is more important versus the amount of time you spent studying for determining your test score. So that's why chi-squares are cool. Chemical X is the key ingredient in creating the Powerpuff Girls. Oh, that's funny. Okay, in order to calculate this, I think what I need to do is I need to get like some sort of mean usually. So like I would like add all these up and then get a number, and then I add all these up, I get a number, and then I add all these up. And then you figure out like what this you figure out if there was no difference, like if the amount of chemical X and the amount of field were both not making any effect on things, what should you get for all the different values? I think. Because these are like counts, I'm pretty sure, right? This would be like how many, is this how many like fit into this, I guess, maybe? I think so. Okay, all right, so let me total everything this way. So that's 150, 180, so it's 330, so it's 550, 730, 850. Okay, so this has a total of 850. And then these are easy. This is 280. This is 350. This is 440. This is 380, and this is 220. Okay, cool. So then I can add this way, and I get 130. So 300, 530, 730, 830. Okay, and then the grand test is the amount here should add up to the amount here, and then this will tell us the total number of things that are there. So this was 1680. And then let's make sure this also gets to be 1680. So wait, 2, 3, 5, 9, 12, 14, 15, 16, 2. Oh, I got 1670 shit. Oh, I'm off somewhere. Where am I off? Let me do some math real quick. 150 plus 180 plus 210 plus 180, 120. This is 840. Okay, that's where we're wrong. Okay. Now to calculate chi-square, I know that it's like, I want to say it's this number divided by this number times this number. Yeah. To calculate this top one, I think you figure out. Oh, okay. So there were 280 in this total, 280 in this column, but amongst all the fields, this should have been the distribution, which is basically half and half. So to calculate this column right here for like, I think is like the expected. So expected would be the same percentage here. So this would be, let me get the numbers for you. This would be 840 over 1680, right? Because that's the total percentage of things that are in field 1 is 840 over the total. And then you would expect this distribution to show up in this column as well. So out of the 280, you should have 840 out of 1680 in there. So this would be times 280. And so what would that be? My luck is cooked. Yeah, unfortunately it would be. I'm doing this totally off of memory too, by the way. I will go back and before I get much further, I'm going to check to make sure I'm doing this the right way. This is from memory. I'm pretty sure this is how chi-squared works. Okay, so 840 times 280 divided by 1680. That's 140. Okay, cool. And actually, ooh, this kind of helps. Once you figure out these, you can figure out what these should be then. Right? So, if this is equal to 140 as like the expected, then out of 280, this should also be equal to 140. Oh, wait. Oh, my totals are wrong here. Wait, one sec. 130 plus 170 plus 230 plus 200 plus 100. That's 830. This should be 1670. 280 plus 350 plus 440 plus 380 plus 220. Yeah, sorry. Wrong number. What's up, Flask? Sorry, let me fix that. One sec. Yeah, because I was like, wait, it can't actually be exactly 50-50. There we go. Okay. We want to do this divided by 1670. Aha. Okay, there you go. 140.83. It basically should be 50-50. It's very close to 50-50. So we could say this is like 140.8. And then, so then the other one should be 139.2. Right? Because these two need to add up to 280 as like the expected amount in there. And we could do that if we wanted to. That would be 830 divided by 1670 times 280. And that would get us 139.2. Yeah, cool. Okay, so that's how you figure out the expected, and then now you need to do this for all of them. So it's kind of annoying. I think a quick way to do this would be, let's just do the 840 over 1670, and then we're just going to multiply that by all of these numbers. Right? This is because this number is always staying the same for calculating the expected in this row. But then the total in that column is what's changing. So here, I should do this. I should put this in blue. Does that make sense, Equity? How we're calculating expected? I want you to understand, like, it's one thing to memorize formulas, but it's another thing to like understand conceptually how are we getting that's the expected amount that should be there. Because you'll remember it a lot better than trying to memorize some abstract formula if you understand like where it comes from. Yeah? Okay, cool. All right, great. Okay. So what I'm going to do in my calculator is I'm going to take this 840 divided by 1670, which is basically a half, and I'm going to store that as a variable x. And then I'm just going to go through and multiply all of these things by that value x. And then I'm going to multiply them all by that value 1 minus x to get these. So here, we can do 350x, 210x, 210x, 180x, and 120. Here, so let me put these in real quick. 176. Okay, so this is 176. This is 105.6. And this is 90.5. Oh wait. Oh, I fucked it up. Sorry. It's not 210x. Oh man. Brain today. 350x is okay. This is supposed to be 176. Okay. The other one is 440x. I know. 221.3. I know, it's Flask. We're doing our best. I have a serious case of the Mondays today. I also really haven't eaten anything yet. I've just been running around. So we're seeing how well my brain does on like very little food. That's not too good. Not too good, guys. Alright, then this is 110.7. Okay, great. Then it should be decent to get these. Because then this is just going to be... Oh, 176 plus what gets me 350. And so that's going to be 174? Right? And then this is going to be 209.7. Oh, wait, no, 219.7. And then this is going to be 1. Was that right? 191.1. So that's gonna be 189. 189.9. And then this was gonna have to be 109.3. I did go to the concert. Yeah, it was fun. It was a Sublime tribute band. It was actually pretty fun to go to. Grab some snacks. I don't have any snacks here. I do need some snacks. Sensation coming after Ace on the English. Ace, yeah, I think your question was also yeah, the question you asked, Ace, by the way. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. I don't know synthesis pathways. Because that's organic chemistry. You're beyond my scope of knowledge. But I will tag the chemistry gods. So maybe JC will come through and help you for that one. JC did a great job yesterday. I really appreciate JC helping us out with the OChem yesterday.
See, everyone needs to be told about Speed Racer. I assume you've heard of this.
Well, I know who Speed Racer is. Way back in the day.
It was so badly dubbed in the original that it was just relentless dialogue, and that's the joke. Speed Racer's dialogue had no punctuation in it.
Absolutely none.
Oh my god, I'm gonna go driving at 600 miles an hour and maybe I'll turn this corner and something. It was just absolutely relentless. So whenever his
mouth animation would just go like blah 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 blah, right?
Yeah, because they were just trying to keep up with the animation.
Oh man, that's too funny.
And so the joke is that whenever somebody writes an English sentence without any punctuation at all, it just immediately reminds me of Speed Racer.
So
it says, when you can, could you do the question I asked yesterday? Still don't understand.
I was doing that in Japan. I was being terrible. But like every time we'd be like, Shuza. Or like
Shuza.
Like shoes would be Shuza. Or calculator.
God, don't.
Oh no!
I don't even know what the word for calculator is in Japanese, actually.
Yeah. Okay. I am doing it the right way, I think. I think it looks like I'm doing it the right way, at least. Well, wait, chi-square. Like how to do chi-square. Takushi. Yeah, so they actually, Japanese does this. They do take English names and they kind of make them kind of Japanese-ish in a predictable way. In the same way we mock all languages, right? You know, Italians always like, you know, ini, you just put ini at the end of everything. Or in Spanish, anytime anything in English ends in ation, like information, you just make it acción. So it's like información. Instead of relation, it's relación. You just put acción at the end of everything. Dokodoro gurudu. Dokotoro gurudu. Gurudu. Yeah.
What would you say? See, you wouldn't though. You'd say Gorodo Hakse. You would still
nothing
say
ends in a consonant. Yeah. Japanese is also a very cool language. If you look at the rate at the syllables, how fast they say, and then also the amount of information deposited, it is one of the most efficient languages out there. It's really cool.
No, I disagree.
You don't think so?
I think it is if you read it at a distance, if you don't know what the pronunciation is, I think it becomes very mired in itself. Because it's phonemically quite simple language. It's the iconographs which give it its power. Because you can read a sentence at a distance without knowing.
Oh, okay, I see. Maybe it's not that. Let me see. Language consonants and like speaking speed. It's also like yeah. This is what I'm talking about. Have you seen this one?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Because it's fundamentally different.
So, they look at the syllable rate and information rate in selected languages. So syllables per second. So Japanese is one of the fastest. One of the slowest is like Vietnamese or Thai. And then they also and then they look at the information rate, like bits per second. And so this was very interesting to me because French and Italian are both Romance languages, but French apparently tends higher towards more information than Italian does by a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna. And so is Portuguese, and so is Spanish.
Yeah. Anyway, it was pretty cool. Yeah, Hungarian, which I think is one of the hardest languages in the world to learn. Hungarian, I think it is. Yeah. Anyways, cool stuff. Okay, sorry. Back to the chi-square test. Yeah. Well, in Spanish is way up there. In second place is another room. Yeah. Right. Okay. So this was another example here. Deposit and litter. Oh, you know what this is probably doing? This is you're observing whether people put stuff in the trash like actual humans should, or whether they're trash themselves and they just litter. And then they look at whether they're males or females, and then they put them in the boxes. Okay, so like during a time period, they would notice, 18 women deposited the trash and 7 of them littered. 42 men deposited and 33 littered, so men not doing a good job here. And then doing a chi-squared allows you to then calculate whether there is a relationship between this, like whether you are a guy or a girl is also related to whether you're more likely to put stuff in the recycling or whether you're just putting the trash out like a savage. And so what they do here, right, these reds are the expected, and this is what I wanted to show you, Equity, kind of how I was doing it, is that, okay, so amongst the girls, you spotted 25 total girls. Amongst all the guys, no matter if they littered or not, you saw 75 guys. So you would expect... What's up?
Oh, I was just gonna ask. I think they took this at a frat party because that ratio of dudes to chicks is like.
Yeah, it's pretty sus. Yeah,
that's bad.
You done messed up,
yeah, this is true. This is probably at a frat party. Yeah, because there's a lot more guys than girls. So here's the thing: you say that, okay, if there was no difference between being a guy or a girl, like let's say out of all the people that put the trash in the recycling, 60 people, we would expect that a quarter of those 60 should have been girls, and that's why a quarter of 60 is 15, and that 3/4 of those, right, should have been guys, and 3/4 of 60 would have been 45. So that's where the formula is coming from. You're assuming that there is no relationship between these two, and those are the expected amounts. And then what you're doing, this is very similar to kind of doing sum of squareds, almost like a regression type thing. You're seeing if the difference between these The square difference is significant. So for instance, like, we would expect 15 girls to put the trash in the recycling, but 18 did. And this is where statistics is cool, because you ask yourself, is that difference, 18 to 15, is that significant? Or is that just kind of like random error? But then you have to look at all the other things. You have to look at, okay, but out of the girls that littered, I expected 10, and I only saw 7. So, again, another difference of 3, but this is a 30% difference, because it's 3 out of 10. Whereas this is a difference of 3 out of 15, which is only a 20% difference. Yeah. So, okay. So, okay. What you're supposed to do then, Equity, is you do this minus this squared, plus this minus this squared, plus this minus this squared, plus this minus this squared. Just do it for all of them. I'm not going to do it because it's just going to take way too much time. And then you do that minus that squared divided by this. So I'll show you how you would do the first one. And then I'll leave it as an exercise to the reader. So this would be 150 minus 140.8 divided by 140.8. And then this top part is squared, okay? And so let's see. And then I'll show you like what you're supposed to do to calculate, because you have to go look at a table. So this is 150 minus 140.8. You're going to square that. And then you're going to divide this by 140.8. And so that's going to give you 0.6. Okay? You're going to take that and you're going to repeat that for all the other columns and rows, all the other cells. And then you're going to sum all of those up. So like add them all up. Why is the numerator squared? Just because it's called a chi-squared. I'm not sure exactly why. To me, this kind of reminds me of sum of squareds. For linear regressions. This is probably a better question for someone who really knows stats. It could be to prevent negatives too. That is correct. Yeah. For instance, you don't want like positive differences somewhere to cancel out with negative differences somewhere else, right? Because all you care about is it different? Not whether it's biased like positive or biased negative. You care, is it just different? Which is the same thing as like a two-sided hypothesis test in stats. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it, Flask. Okay, so you add all these up, and then we have to go find a table, because we have to go calculate. I think you have to compare it with an F value, maybe. Yeah, okay, it's a critical value. Yes, and then I gotta remember how the degrees of freedom works. How do you get the degrees of freedom?
I looked it up. If you square it, it ensures that all the deviations are positive, so you can't have deviations cancel out with each other.
Good, yeah. And that's exactly what, I guess, Flask predicted, and that's, yeah, kind of, I see why that is. That's cool. Okay, wait. Chi-square table. Yeah, it's cool. Isn't that cool how that works? Yeah, you have to do degrees of freedom. I gotta remember. I think it's columns minus 1 times rows minus 1 for degrees of freedom. Okay, so you check that. And then, degrees of freedom. Okay. Chi-square degrees of freedom. I could just ask AI. Honestly, I really should just be asking AI. I just want to see an image with it, because then it would like help me out. I see a video. Where's just an equation for it? Okay. Oh, no, I saw it. It's in there. Man. Fine. Okay. K is the number of categories. If you estimated parameters, okay. This is what I wanted. Yep. It's you multiply them. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so this is the degrees of freedom. It's rows minus 1 times columns minus 1. So because you have 2 rows, so this would be 2 minus 1 times columns minus 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then that's going to be 4. So this means you have 4 degrees of freedom. So then now you have to calculate what your alpha is, like how certain do you want to be. So in this case, let's assume you just want to be alpha equals 0.05. This is now chi critical. And so what you say is that if chi squared is greater than chi critical, then there is a difference, I think. Yeah, right? Or I think if it's greater than there, because that means it's much different than the expected. Okay. I'm going to say like, okay, if my chi square is greater chi critical, what does that mean? Yes, okay. Uh-huh. Yes, and then this is what you say. Yeah. If it's greater, then there is a real effect, or there is a relationship. So then, in this case, the percentage of chemical and the field that you use are related to each other in determining these things. Okay, cool. There you go. Does that make sense to you, Equity? Any questions about that? I had to remember stats. Stats is so cool. It's one of my other favorite classes to teach. I really like stats. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Sorry, that took me a little bit of time. I was trying to remember it off the top of my head because it's a good exercise to try to recall things that you haven't done in a while, and then just check to see if you're all right. What's up, Gladiator? What is not an example of inertia? I don't know. That to me is these are properties of momentum. I don't know. Maybe D. I think D may be Gladiator for that one.
I think it's C. Because if you think about it, right, A is the head stays still when the car starts moving.
Yeah.
B is the head continues in motion as the car slows down. D is that both of them are in motion together. And then
sorry. C is there both.
C would have a force acting on his head from the car door. I feel like
in my mind, it's because if you're going around in a circle, right? You want to keep traveling this way. You have inertia to travel this way, but the turning is causing you to feel, again, a centrifugal force, which is fake. But you feel like you're getting pressed against the wall because your head wants to keep moving this way, but it's being forced to move this way.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Right?
I didn't read about the turning a corner.
This to me makes no sense. What? Who cares about when his eyes are closed?
I guess because he doesn't see that he's in
A
motion.
person is largely unaware of a car's motion when his eyes are closed? What if the car is like fucking gassing it, dude? What? I would be very aware. I guess D as well. Yeah. The teacher said D is wrong. No, D. I think your teacher. Well, I don't know. Tell your teacher to. I don't know.
I guess if it's like in continuing, maybe that's what they mean by largely unaware. Is like if you were to turn or accelerate or slow down.
Yeah. What?
But I feel like there's a lot of
There's a lot of ambiguity in this. There's a lot of ambiguity in this.
What they're asking.
You could put down E if they really want to give it as. So, if the car is not accelerating, then yes, a person is largely unaware of a car's motion. Because the only this is actually the argument I had with the flat earther, because he's like, well, why don't we feel like we're flying off the earth when the sun sets? And I'm just like,
You done messed up, Aaron!
bro, dude, like what we don't. Or like, why aren't we like flying off if the Earth is revolving at like 24,000 miles per hour? And it's like, bro, because we don't feel velocity, we feel acceleration. It's the same reason why you're in a jet going at 600 miles an hour and you drop a ball. The ball doesn't go like whoosh to the back of the plane. Because in your environment, if you're not accelerating, nothing's changing. It's called an inertial frame. Yeah, if you have to put down E, I would put down E, but otherwise, I think the answer is D.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, let's see if Breskles is still Shadow Banned.
Who knows? We'll see.
Who knows? Who knows, dude?
I'm at 50%, so.
Well, okay, you've been waiting for 2 hours. You should really be gaining votes, and I think you are, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm all the way up to almost 2,100.
Yeah, this is huge. Okay, so let's see. See if you get picked. And you were really proud about this question, so I want you to get picked.
Yeah, this one's cool. I think you'll enjoy
Let's
it.
go gambling!
Let's see if I'll enjoy it. You keep getting these 50-50 flips. No. Oh my god. Bullshit, dude. Okay, I can probably do this one quickly. Wait, River, what is this question, dude? This is not a question. Sorry, what? River, what is this, dog? I agree, it's probably E if it's not D. What? This is a very pretty picture, River, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. River says 1 sec. Okay. Alright, I'll give you 1
See,
sec.
now that looks like it's been...
Alright, whatever. River wants to come up to the stage. Come up, River. What's
that
up,
looks
dude?
like it's been lifted straight out of World of Goo.
World of Goo. Yeah, that could be a World of Goo. I invited you up, River. Come say hi. There you are. Now you're a speaker.
Too lazy to type it, but
Too lazy to type it.
you have a 25-foot rope and a 20-foot gap. The rock weighs 5 kilograms. What is the tension in the rope?
Oh, okay. Cool. Is
I was
this gonna be
speaking to my Spanish friends.
Is this a catenary thing or something? Probably a catenary thing. So sorry, this is 20 feet?
Yeah, that's 20. Then the rope is 25 foot. Or meters, not foot, because that messes things up.
Yeah, let's not do feet.
Oh shit, not good.
Okay. 20 meters. Well, okay. Does the rope have mass?
No. It's non-extensible and no mass.
So then I'm okay with this. So then this is, and sorry, where is the mass attached?
The midpoint.
The midpoint? Okay. Okay.
Should be a pretty easy question.
Oh, I think so. Yeah. 25 meters. So this is 12.5. This is 12.5. Okay, cool. And then how much does this thing weigh?
5 kilograms.
Okay, cool. Yeah, World of Goo. This does look like World of Goo. Yeah, that's a fun game, World of Goo.
Effort into making you understand it's a rock.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you always just look at what the sum of the forces is at this point. So I'll just draw a quick little force diagram. So you always got the force of gravity pulling down. This is the key thing. Some people want to like draw the force here. It's like, no. Also, we're assuming the tension in this rope, right? Not this rope.
It should be implied for both.
Well.
Because no mass.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, okay. You didn't give me your look. Oh no, pineapple. All right. So this has 5 kilograms pulling down, force of gravity. It's going to equal to, what is that, 49 newtons. And then you have these ones pulling up. And then this is going to be FT. And then this is going to be pulled up at some sort of angle. So we can break this FT into two components. Break it up into FTY. And then FTX. Same thing on this side. Yeah, this is not bad. Forced triangle solution. Yeah, you love the forced triangles. Yeah. Femvox would want this to. Femvox would want to create like. Femvox would do this. And would be like, how do I make this triangle equal to 0? It does work. That's another way to do it. This is the way your teacher probably wants you to do it, though. And then this has to be like some angle, theta. Yeah, I know the way. What's up?
We just started this lesson.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool. So, I mean, yeah, how you're supposed to do Femvox's trick works. It's very cool because you can use, I think, like loft cosines just to figure it out. But the way your teacher probably wants you to do it is they want you to take these two forces. They're gonna make you draw a diagram, and then add the gravity force, and then they're gonna make you draw this as a two component forces, a y component, x component, and then you're gonna do some of the forces. So some of the forces in the x direction, and because it's at equilibrium, all the sum of the forces are equal to 0. But then that's gonna equal, oh cool, ftx to the left, so negative ftx, plus ftx to the right, which, yeah, cool. They're equal to 0. I guess, yeah, technically I didn't tell you that these were the same. I should put 1s and 2s on it. I'm just thinking for your teacher. Okay, let me do that. 1 sec.
So no tension?
No. 1 sec. Okay.
I was about to say that doesn't.
No, when I wrote them, I already assumed that these tensions were going to be the same because I made a lot of assumptions. But let's do it the correct way. The correct way would be negative ft1x plus ft2x, and then this has to equal 0. But then what you end up figuring out here is that, ft1x is the same thing as ft cosine theta. So this would be ft cosine theta 1, ft1 cosine theta 1, negative, plus ft2 cosine theta 2 is equal to 0. Do you understand how I turned this into this? So,
to be honest, I haven't really been paying attention in class.
Oh, okay. Well, then let me teach you. Okay. So, tension,
I don't
right?
really understand the gravity. I like why the gravity, can be put to like cosine and sine.
No. So the gravity's not cosine and sine yet. This is literally just tension. Okay. So on the rock, right? You have gravity pulling the rock straight down. Okay. And then you have two tension forces pulling it diagonally up to the right and diagonally up to the left.
Yeah.
Okay. These tension forces are diagonal, so I need to break them up into x and y components. So I need just up, down forces and just left, right forces. Okay.
So it's like
It's like what?
I forgot which one you'd use, but wait, so you said cosine? So
yes. So this is a right triangle, right, Riv? And this is ft1. So the x component would be ft cosine of theta 1. And the reason for that, right? Cosine of theta 1 is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse, which in this case the adjacent is ft1x. The hypotenuse is ft1. So then ft1x is just equal to ft1 cosine theta 1. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I do the same thing here for ft2x, but now it's positive because it's pointing to the right. And then that's ft2 cosine theta 2. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Perfect. Okay. All right, then let's do the sum of the forces in the y direction. So now we have both of these pulling up. So this is going to be ft1y plus ft2y minus fg, which is 49 newtons, and that's equal to 0. And then by the same trig thing here, this is going to be ft1 sine theta 1 plus ft2 sine theta 2 minus 49 is equal to 0. Does that all make sense so far?
Yeah.
It's okay if something doesn't. Okay, cool. All right, so then we're trying to figure out ft1 and ft2. I'm going to figure out what theta is first for theta 1 and theta 2. Do you see how these are triangles, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What I know, right, is that if the total width of this thing is 20, okay, then the x component of the length of the rope is equal to 10 for each of these.
Yeah.
Okay. The hypotenuse is 12.5. So I could use actually, I could use trig stuff to figure out what this angle is, or I could figure out using the Pythagorean theorem what this height is going to be, because it's the same triangle. The same triangle that makes like the physical shape is the same triangle that makes the dividing the force up into x and y. So if we do 12.5 squared minus 100 minus 10 squared, and then we square root that, that's going to be 7.5. Oh, so this is actually kind of a nice number. Okay, that's the height. And the thing you should notice here, and this is why I jumped straight ahead and I said the tensions are the same. These angles are the same. Do you see how theta 1 and theta 2 are the same? Because they're it's the same triangle. Geometry, good. Okay. So now, when I rearrange here, if I were to like move, let me just say like theta 1 equals theta 2 just equals theta. All right?
Yeah.
And let's move that over. Now I get ft1 cosine theta equals ft2 cosine theta. This cancels. So that tells me right away that ft1 equals ft2, which is important information. I assume that from the beginning because of the midpoint stuff. That won't always be the case. Sometimes this thing will be like hard attached to something here, and then you'll get like a steeper angle here and like a shallower angle somewhere else.
Then they'll be more unbalanced.
Yes. And well, then you'll have to use this relationship like we're going to do right now to plug into the second equation. Because now, okay, I'm just going to say that ft1 equals ft2, which I'm just going to say is equal to ft. Okay?
Force total.
Yeah.
I guess.
So now, and these are all the same, right? So now this is just ft sine theta just times 2. Right? Because this thing is the exact same as this thing. So then I move it over, and I get, okay, so ft is equal to 49 over 2, 1 over the sine of theta. Now, what is the sine of theta? So we could have actually calculated an angle and then take the sine of that angle, but you can also be smart and just look at the triangle and be like, oh, sine of this triangle is opposite over hypotenuse. So that's just 7.5 over 12.5. Good.
Yeah.
So this is 49 over 2 times 12.5 over 7.5. And then, yeah, you can solve for this. So what is this? So 49 over 2 times 12.5 divided by 7.5. Good. And so you get 40.83 newtons. So Ft is equal to 40.83 newtons. And so yeah, that's the tension. So technically the rope is 2 ropes because there's 40 newtons being applied here from this point to this point, and then there's 40 newtons being applied from here to here, from this point to this point. I don't
So
think
like
the total
pseudo
tension.
ropes.
Yeah, it's if they say what's the tension in the rope, I think it's just 40.83. I don't think you double it.
Yeah, I'm not most sure.
Yeah, I think it's just that. Does that make sense how it works?
Yeah, I get it now. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Pay attention in class.
Yeah, I should. It's a bad habit.
Yeah, I know. What else are you doing in class? Just like staring at the window? Or do you have your
Other
phones?
math. Phones are banned. I just do other math.
Oh, you just do other
Just
math?
not any better.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe your teacher sucks. I totally understand that. I've had teachers before where it was kind of useless going to the class, and in college you can get away with this. You don't have to go to all the classes because not all of them have participation. But if you're doing something else productive, at least while you were supposed to be listening to someone you weren't going to learn anything from, then it's okay. But yeah, try maybe listening a little bit. Physics is cool. It's very important. Yeah.
It is fun. It's actually difficult compared to all the other stuff.
Good. Yeah, find the challenge. I don't know. Is your teacher just fucking boring, or like what? Or you just, I don't know. You tell me.
He's a good teacher. He's young, so he doesn't know all the stuff.
Oh, I see.
good,
So he struggles a little bit. I got you. Totally cool. Then yeah, try to pay attention, but you can always come by here. I'm happy to explain it. Okay, nice. All right. Jorgen, what's up, dude? It's the first time Rivers asked a question in a very long time. It was actually a good question. I thought River was joking at first because like River's really smart. And I was like, River, are you really submitting this to me? But then I get it. River's very math smart, but River hasn't taken any physics yet. I see. Yeah. I kind of incentivize people to come to class, Pineapple, because I do give like some sort of participation credit. And also I think I'm a decent teacher. And if I'm not a decent teacher, I tell people to like yell at me and tell me what I'm doing wrong so that I can fix it. Yeah. Yeah, so you don't double it if the angles are different. Yeah, cool.
The not turning up to middle school, I suppose, is that not turning up to middle school is understandable because you're young and you don't give a shit. Turning up to high school, well, you have, if not, you should at that point, even in first year, have enough of a functional brain to realize why you're there.
Yeah.
If you're still deliberately not turning up to university classes, why are you fucking going?
Right. Yeah. Well, again, I think most of the times the reason people don't go to class is because the teacher is just not really connecting with them. And I get this. Like, there are some... When I taught at UCLA, one of the class periods, the guy before me was just awful. He's an awful lecturer. He's like very old, very like on his way out. Like, I get it. Probably like did his time, served his whatever, and like he's probably was a great researcher, but they were like forcing him to teach this class, and it was hilarious to see, like, from the beginning of the quarter to the end of the quarter, it just dramatically decreased. Like, eventually, like, nobody was left in the class. And I get it, because it's seen as a waste of time. Because because the teacher's not teaching anymore. And that's not the student's fault. That's the university fucked up, like, not getting a good teacher for the class. But, yeah, I think it is still always important to show up for things, to learn, to, like, go to class. Even if the teacher isn't doing the best job, if the teacher will recognize you're there, and that will affect your grade. My other advice would be, if you're not going to go to class, at least go to office hours. Make sure the teacher sees that you care about trying to learn in their class, and if you ever need to ask them for a favor, an extension, I don't know, like a point boost, they're much more likely to do it if they see that you've actually attended their class. Yeah. Anyone want to join a study group for Gold's E&M this summer?
Good job.
Yeah. I as we get closer, I'll create something for you guys. Or if Zach, you want to like kind of head it up. Yeah, because I told Zach I'd teach him E&M. I will say this course is only the E part. not the M part of E and M. UCLA is weird. They split the E and the M. Yeah, we'll do it. That's not coming up till the end of June, but yeah, I'll make an announcement. Yeah, you'll DM me. Cool, awesome. Thanks, Zach. As long as I don't have to put like too much extra effort into it, because I'm gonna be juggling a lot this summer. I only took this course to teach because I understand that I've already taught it before. That was my requirements, actually. When they asked me to teach, I said it has to be the same course I taught last summer, so I don't have to recreate all the content. And I kind of want the same time because that fit my schedule. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yes. All right. Breasticles, are you going to... Breasticles, look, you have 2,785 votes.
I'm hoping.
55%, dude. What's up, JC? It is like splitting, the North Pole from the South Pole. Okay, let's go choose winner.
Let's go gambling!
Is Breasticles gonna get it, or is he shadow banned?
I already see it. Shadow banned.
It goes to Lucky Cat.
That's dope.
Oh man, can I give it to Breasticles? Yeah, I'll allow that. That's okay. Yeah, that's very nice of you, Lucky Cat.
Thank you, Pineapple.
Yeah, you can always pass your question. All right, let's go do this. I got 22 minutes. Let's do it. Okay, rigged. He is definition. Yeah, it's definitely not rigged. Okay, this is a differential equation. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Cool.
Cool. Makes sense.
My
I
gut
came up with it later.
is so. Does H prime refer to DHDX?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. I feel like
partial. It's the
sorry, DHDX. Sorry.
It's just an ordinary derivative in this case.
Okay. My gut instinct is to do integrating factors when I see something like this, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yes, you. I think you can do integrating factors, but a bit easier way to do it is
or maybe move this over.
Well, you can say let u be equal to h prime of x. You can make that substitution, and then you get u prime, and then you can use either integrating factors or a separable differential equation.
Okay, so you're gonna say u is equal to h prime of x. Mm-hmm. Okay, so then u prime is equal to h double prime of x. Okay.
Yeah. So we're just reducing the order.
Okay, so now I see this is a reduction of order. That's very cool. This is Zach's so happy. Zach's so happy. So this is going to be u prime minus I e to the I x u is equal to 0, and then I want to move it over, right? So u prime is equal...
You can move it over, or you could use integrating factors so that you don't have to deal with exponentiating.
But now this is separable though, right?
Yeah, this is separable.
Okay, so this is du dx is equal to that u. So whatever, move this over. So I get du over u is equal to I e to the I x dx. I'm going to integrate. That's going to give me ln of u. And this is where things get hard. Oh, okay, wait. Can I say let a equal ix?
Mm-hmm.
And dA is equal to I dx? Oh, beautiful. So this is just integral of e to the a dA.
Yeah,
it's just e to the a.
It works out pretty easily on how I came up with this equation.
So this is ln of u is equal to e to the ix plus c. And then, so I guess but now I'm going to reduce the order back. So I'm going to say, but this is ln of h prime is equal e to the ix plus c. Oh man, do I have to do e to the on both sides now?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting there. Okay, cool. So e to the... Okay, so then I get h prime is equal to e to the ix times... Oh shit, how does this work? E to the...
you just bring the constant down.
Oh yeah, okay, sorry. I can rewrite this, right, as e to the ix times e to the c, which is the same thing as c e to the ix. Yeah?
And then
Okay.
yeah, and doing the same thing once we exponentiate again.
Perfect.
We
Okay,
can
so
just
then
put the c out front.
all right, I'm cool with that. Okay, so now we have another differential equation. Okay, so now this is dh dx is equal to e to the c e to the ix. And this looks similar.
So first we're going to want to evaluate our h prime at 0.
Okay. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, let's take some boundary conditions here. Okay. Yeah, so so before I even get there, I know from this one h prime of 0. So h prime of 0, which is equal to e, is equal to e to the c e to the 0. So e to the c. So c equals 1.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So dh dx is equal to e to the to the ix.
Yeah.
And I think we did something like this. Did we not, Bressicles?
Yeah, it'll make sense in a sec. Why
it's all coming together.
It started as a thought experiment, and then I was like, oh, actually, this is really cool. And so
I gotta remember what we do here.
So actually when we integrate this, there's not technically a solution to it without using the EI function, but we can avoid that by saying, okay, we're going to change our variable to t, and we're going to go from 0 to x, and t is just a dummy variable of integration.
Okay, sorry. All right, so I'm going to say ix is equal to t.
No, just x is equal to t. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna integrate from 0 to x, and it's gonna be the same thing. It's just t. We're using t for notation.
Oh, okay. So wait a minute. So am I gonna move this over? Okay. JC says I can imagine there must be some branch cut issues if we were doing this rigorously. Ooh, maybe.
Kind of. It'll make more sense later why we're not worried about this.
Okay.
But yes,
e to the ix.
This does have a relation to the integral we did yesterday.
Am I gonna integrate both sides from 0 to t? That's what I'm gonna do.
No, you'll integrate it from 0 to x.
Sorry, 0 to x. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, and then it will be inside t. But
I see.
Our integral of dh is just going to be our h of x.
Got you. Okay. This is going to go from 0 to x, because then that's just going to give me h of x. Okay. And then this is going to go from 0 to x, but now I'm going to switch this variable to t. I'm going to say e to the it dt. Okay, I'm cool with that.
All right. And now what we're going to do is we're going to write this as a Fourier series. Kind of.
Ooh.
It works out as a Fourier series since we had the e to the it stuff. But so what we'll do is say
we'll use
e to the
Euler's
it.
equation.
Yeah, so e to the it we can write as the sum from n equals 0 to infinity of e to the it times n, to the power of n divided by n factorial.
Oh, this is a series. Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. Well, this is a Taylor series, I guess, right?
Or
Maclaurin series, maybe? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is equal to integral from 0 to x, and then it's going to be the sum from n equals 0 to infinity e to the it to the n over n factorial dt. Okay, cool. Oh, and then wait, this is a power series. So
yeah, and we can just go about integrating term by term.
Term by term, yeah, okay. Interesting. Okay. So fuck. Is this e to the itn?
Yeah, the n multiplies in, and then the n factorial, right? We can just swap the summation and the integral, move the n factorial out of the integral, and we just get e to the I n t. And we can...
okay. Oh, I see. So this could be... wait. Blah, blah. Okay. I can say 1 over n factorial and with the summation outside as well. Sorry. So summation from n equals 0 to infinity of 1 over n factorial, and then this is the integral from 0 to x of e to the I t n dt. Yeah? Okay.
And then if we take a look really quickly at our n equals 0 case, right, we'll see that we just get the integral of 1 dt. So we can actually pull out our n equals 0 and just have it from n equals 1, because our n equals 0 is just going to evaluate to x.
Okay, because but n equals 0 is 1 over 0 factorial, which is just 1, integral from 0 to x, e to the 0 dt, which is just going to equal x. Okay.
So we can bring that out of the summation.
So this is actually similar to what we were doing with Tuma at the end of the stream last time, right?
Yeah,
pulling out the n equals 0. That's pretty cool. All right. All right, and then so, but now we have plus the summation from n equals 1 to infinity, 1 over n factorial, integral 0 to x, e to the itn dt. Okay.
And then from here, we can just evaluate that integral.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got you. So then this is just 1 over in e to the itn. Evaluated from 0 to x.
Yep.
Okay. So that's equal to 1 over in, and then that's going to be e to the ixn minus 1.
Yep.
Okay.
So we put that back into our summation.
Sum of x plus all this. This is wicked cool. And then this is going to be 1 over in all this stuff.
Oh no, he's going Bostonian on us.
Bostonian? What's Bostonian? What am I being Bostonian?
No, you Aza. That's wicked cool.
Is that Bostonian? Saying it's wicked? It's fucking wicked, dude.
It's fucking wicked car.
Fucking wicked car. Fucking have it, yeah. Okay. All right. Does this turn into something nice?
Yeah.
Telescoping?
So no. It's actually going to become Fourier series. But first, just to make our life a bit easier, we want to rationalize our I.
Our in.
And it just becomes, we don't even need to worry about the n, just the I. It gets kind of ugly once we expand it using Euler's formula. So that I, when we rationalize it, it's just going to bring in a negative.
Yes. So I'm going to say, do you want me to put the negative outside maybe?
Yeah, but you'll want to keep the plus, because when we plug in Euler's formula, it'll make a bit more sense.
Well, okay, so sorry. I multiplied both top and bottom by I, right? So I'm gonna get a negative I technically on top.
Yeah, our next step is we want to expand the e to the ixn, right? We want to expand that using Euler's formula, and it just works out a bit easier if we just leave the negative in front of the I and keep the plus.
Cool. All right, that's fine. Let's do it. All right, so then this by Euler's formula is cosine xn plus I sine xn. Right?
Yep. Okay. And then we'll just multiply through by the I, the negative I guess.
Oh, okay. So summation n equals 1 to infinity, 1 over n factorial times n, and then that's gonna be oh man, the minus I. I gotta think here. Okay. Sine xn minus I cosine xn, and then plus I.
It should be a minus I. Or no, yeah, it is plus. Sorry, I had factored out the I in front of the cosine of x.
Oh, okay.
So mine was a minus, but yeah, that's correct.
Okay. What's next?
Okay. So now, this is how it ends up relating to our the integral we did yesterday. We're going to take the real part of our h of x.
Oh, right, because all this is h of x, technically.
Yeah.
Okay. So the real part of h of x.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to equal to x plus this summation, and then I'm just going to have sine xn.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's left. Okay, cool.
And then, so that's our closed form solution. And what's cool about this is, and this is kind of how I came up with the problem, if you take a look at the graph, and this is what had like sparked my interest. If you look at the graph of the integral we solved yesterday, which was e to the cosine of x sine cosine x, or sorry, cosine of sine of x. And let me send you a screenshot of this. See if it'll send. There it goes.
Got it.
That's what the function looks like, and you'll notice there's a minimum, local minimum, maximum. Those happen at pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, etc. So any n multiple of pi. And so it kind of piqued my interest. I was like, okay, at any interval from 0 to pi, the value is just that multiple of pi. So if you were to say 0 to n pi, the value of your integral is just n pi. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Like, it kind of behaves a bit like an exponential on these intervals of pi. So then I thought, okay, well, what if I plug in 0 to 1? It's not just, e to the 1. It doesn't behave like an exponential, but I was curious if there was a way that I could come up with like a closed form for that integral from 0 to x and a solution. And this differential equation is a solution to that.
Oh, wow.
So that h of x is the same integral we had solved yesterday on the bounds from 0 to x.
I see.
And that's where our initial boundary conditions come in.
H of 0, 0. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. H of 0, 0. And then our derivative of it would just be e. Because e to the 0 is 1, which gets us e to the 1, which gets us e.
Yeah.
So you could figure out the integral for any value of this by deriving that differential equation, solving the differential equation for this Fourier series, and then you can approximate any value using that Fourier series.
Oh, okay.
Which I thought was...
That's pretty dope. I'm slowly getting it. What's up, Rax? Kempy, you redeemed me first. Well, we'll see if I have time, Kempy. I'm almost at the end of my stream. All right, let's see. What do we do next?
Oh, this is a solution.
Oh, this is a solution. Oh, nice.
That's technically equal to at the same time.
Wait.
Where is
Did we use our other boundary condition? H of 0, 0? I guess yes, right? Yeah, okay. 0 of 0. Yeah, that makes sense actually.
Yeah, and then when you plug in the values of 2 pi, why they work out nice is that it just becomes x.
Oh, very cool. Oh, that's super sick. Okay, very cool.
But h of x is equal to that.
Yes, I see. This is also h of x, which is what we solved. Yeah, during was it yesterday's stream we did?
Yeah, and you can derive that differential equation from this, and then get a closed form for any value of x.
Wow.
The only solution I need is a cup of coffee.
I need a cup of coffee too, honestly. Yeah, I definitely need a cup of coffee. Okay, very cool, dude. Let's see. That was number 2, so let's post like that. Okay, Kempy, you're on luck. I do have 4 minutes left. I will try to do as much as I can in the next 4 minutes for you. I do appreciate you.
Wait.
What's up?
So just more with the lack of punctuation. Can you do a Patsy number, please?
Please, please. I did it.
I'm gonna have to find that sample from like
Go
Speed
find it,
Racer.
dude.
It's so weird.
So Kempy would have a 0.4% chance of getting picks, but they did redeem. They did.
No,
redeem.
do not redeem.
Do not redeem. I can't. Don't do. I'm not gonna, dude. I have that sample, but if I do it, it's gonna ear rape everyone, dude. Do you part C and number 4? Oh, that's a lot.
If in doubt, ear rape.
Yeah, it's definitely some ear rape. We're not doing that. TikTok, don't get mad at me. Chill.
Wait, did you ever see that one where it was like some mother doing some ASMR and then the kid smashes the eggs over her head and just screams on the microphone?
I think I know that one, yeah.
That's so fucked up.
That's so fucked. Okay, okay. Here's the piecewise function. Find f prime of... Wait, what? What? F prime of 3? Isn't this just the derivative of this? Wait, what? F prime of 3 is just the derivative of that. So what is that? That's 7. Oh, this color is atrocious. Sorry. So 7e to the x minus 2, because the derivative of e to the x is just e to the x plus 2, and we do that at 3. So this is f prime of x when x is greater than 2. So it's yeah, 7 over e plus 2. So it's f prime of 3. And then if it's equal to 2, well then you have to do this one because it's equal to it, and that's just 6x minus 1. So that's just equal to 11. It's pretty simple, Kempy. Was that hard? Was it really?
I don't know if the derivative exists at 2.
Why not?
Well, because if you think about the limit definition of the derivative, they're going to approach 2 different values.
Oh,
right. So you have to worry about that case. I think.
But this says when it's equal to 2. I see what you're saying, though. You're saying that.
Yeah, because it still is a limit in this case.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I see. Okay, so that would be that version, but I see what. Yeah, but if you look at the other side, which could be the same thing, right, as 7e to the 0. Well, sorry, the derivative of that was this. So if you plug in 2 that way, then you get 9. Yeah. Okay, do the limit. Okay, so yeah, this does not exist. Fine. You could say because f prime of 2 as x, or f prime of x as x approaches 2 from the top is equal to 9. Yeah. Real Analysis, your new book. I know, I need to go do it, yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. And then this one... I believe this is just fundamental theorem of calculus, right? Except, is this x the same as this? It's kind of fucked. Can we assume they're different? I guess, right.
Different.
I assume they're different. Yeah, this really should have been like, this should have been TDT. Yeah, and I agree you have to use a chain rule. So yeah, that's just gonna be ln. So anytime you're doing ddx of an integral and then this thing is like showing up as a variable in the integral, you just plug that in for whatever the integrand derivative thing is. So that would be ln of 3x minus 1, but then you need to take the derivative of this with respect to x, which is going to be times 3. So I believe that's the answer for that one. Yeah, chain rule. And like that, we're exactly out of time. Cool. Does that make sense, Kempy? I think I'm correct. You'll tell me if I'm not. I'm pretty sure I am. You can have piecewise functions with the same derivative, then it's okay, but at some higher derivative, it's gonna kink. Yeah, I get it. You gotta keep checking all of them. All right, that was Kempy 7. Oh. we go. 7. Oh, wait. 6. You have to brush up. Okay. All good, Kempy. Gotta make sense. Cool. Nice.
Well done.
Let me delete this one. Yeah, Breskles, if you want to help, I'll post them all to the Discord. Just give me a second once I gotta do this, and then I really gotta run. Slash, I need to eat something. Okay, cool. Got your question in there, Kempy. There's a solution if you want to check it out. And then I think you're in our Discord. Yeah, there you go. Nice Bondcoin for you. Congrats. 5. All right, let's close the stream. All right, thank you everyone for coming to Actual Education Office Hours. Appreciate everyone hanging with me today. It's Monday. I don't know. I've made a lot of mistakes today, but I appreciate all you guys' questions, all the help, all the suggestions. You guys are dope. Again, yeah. Make sure go join the Discord if you haven't already. Website for that is actualofficehours.com. There you can go see our streaming schedule with all the other awesome math and science streamers. So it looks like Zach's doing some Q&A. Math education Q&A tomorrow. Oh, this is a new time for you, Zach. Or no, sorry, this is the same time. But maybe this is a new category? I think usually you would do like math doing things or something, right? Sorry, it is the same time, but okay. And then, yeah, we will have a stream tomorrow at 6 o'clock Pacific. So come on by for that. If we didn't get to your question here, because I know there are a lot of fun ones in the queue, do not worry. Everything gets put back into the Discord, where it'll get solved by one of our friends, one of our bots. It's technically TBD. Okay. We'll come by for Zach's mystery stream tomorrow. That'll be fun. And then once you're in the Discord, make sure go check out. We have a collab with Matix that we're running a contest, $150 in prizes, and the registration for that ends on Wednesday. If you can't find the tournament, please DM Alakeen. He's in that, or DM me, and I'll refer you to who you need to DM to make it work. But we're looking to have as much people as possible in that. Come on up. It's fun. I'll do a demo of it tomorrow. Okay, let's go raid someone. Who are we gonna go say hi to? Is this where we do Monday Night Math with Justin? Where's Justin? Is Justin doing Monday Night Math, or did he already do it?
I think it is Monday
Pardon?
Monday this day.
Yeah, I think today is Monday. Yeah, thank you for helping me.
Oh, no.
I don't know what fucking day it is. Let's see. I don't see anyone really on. Okay, let's go say hi to Casey. I like Casey. Casey's great. Go say hi to Casey Snort. She's awesome. Justin isn't on. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, start of the week. We will see you tomorrow. Peace.